The moment you start your speech, you've got this, your listener's full attention. Hi, my name is Philipp. Losing some. Thanks for being here today. Today I want to talk about X, Y, and Z. And it's gone. You just lost them. Most presenters lose their audience in the first 10 seconds. Now why? Because they play it safe. They start with their name, their title, and some boring context. Don't do that. Say something that they didn't expect, something that they didn't see coming. Here are 5 simple techniques you can do to start your speech like a pro. First technique, surprising statement. 70. The average person will eat around 70 insects while sleeping. Today, ladies and gentlemen, you'll learn how to keep your home insect-free. That one is powerful, but most people, they just rush through. They drop the number of fact, and before the audience can even process it, they're already on to the next point. Don't do that. Take your time. So instead, say your number of fact, then stop talking for like 2 seconds, and then say the full sentence again with that number. That pause will help that your listeners can really process it and take it in. Second technique, show of hands. Quick show of hands. Who here likes pineapple on pizzas? Okay. Who thinks that it's a crime against humanity? All right. And who here has no clue what I'm talking about? Okay. Show of hands questions are super common, but here's the frustrating part. A lot of speakers, they just ignore the responses and just rush through. That makes people think, hey, do you actually care about the answer, or did you just do that to make it more engaging? So instead, once you've asked that question, well, pause and look around. Acknowledge the answers. You're like, oh wow, that's a lot of people in there. Ooh, we got the minority in here. So acknowledge the responses. And third technique, imaginary scene. Imagine you're in your favorite cafe. You sit on this big comfy chair, coffee in your hand. You take a deep sip of this warm coffee, feeling the calm and present moment. That's the feeling our customers should have every time they interact with us. Imaginary scenes, they're pretty popular, but most people mess them up because they don't make them visual enough. They keep it pretty vague, pretty high level. They're like, oh, imagine you have a difficult problem and yeah, that's your problem. It's too vague, it's not visual enough. Instead, pull them into the moment with some action words like walk, sit, drink, smell. Those words will make it much more vivid. And so when you do that, a movie starts playing in your listener's mind. And then fourth technique, unexpected silence. Welcome, everyone. I know this one sounds simple and people know in theory that it's helpful, but every single person that I see doing or trying it, well, they don't do it well because they pause for maybe a millisecond and then they rush into the next. So when you do that, take your time, right? Go from one person to the other without saying a word. And then after 3 to 5 seconds, boom, then you start. This silence is so powerful. And fifth technique, story. 2 weeks ago, I tried to assemble a bookshelf at home. And well, the instructions, let's say, were a little bit less helpful. 3 hours in, I looked at it and I'm like, this looks very wobbly. This is barely holding together. And I thought like, what the hell, right? I just followed the instructions. Frustrated, I checked the manual, only to realize that I had skipped step 1 entirely. It was so painful. I spent the whole evening fixing my own mess. And I thought, how often do we rush into things without a clear plan? Today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about how to plan better so we're not stuck fixing wobbly shelves later. I know stories can be a very big topic, but if I can give you just one tip, don't summarize. Don't just stay there hovering above the ground. Zoom into one specific moment, into one vivid moment where something is happening. Say where you are, what are you doing, what are you thinking, what are you hearing? That's what storytelling is about. But I know storytelling can sometimes feel very overwhelming at first. Now, if you want to learn how to tell unforgettable stories, check out this next video where I share some of my favorite storytelling techniques. See you there.